quorum call be lifted.
Without objection.
Mr. President, you remember children separated from their families? This crisis is far from over. As a matter of fact, we found out that it's not 2,000 children, it's 3,000 children. And a district judge in San Diego has ordered the administration to reunite all of the families who were separated at the border by Thursday. Yet, with the deadline looming this week, the administration continues to cite the many obstacles it says that are hindering the work they are trying to do to comply with the court's order. Now, when I went to the detention center in Homestead, Florida, and they said that they were going to reunite the families right thereafter, that's more than a month and a half ago. As a matter of fact, there were 70 children there of the 1,300 children that had been separated from their parents. They would not let me speak to them. So I inquired about whether or not the children had been able to speak to their parents on the phone. I was told that of the 70, that 62 of the children had spoken to their parents. Well, it's recently clear why some of those families have been unable to connect for so long. And that's because of a report just published. The administration, the Trump administration, has been charging detained parents, get this, as much as $8 a minute to call their children. And the children were separated from the parents because the administration separated them. 8 minutes, $8 a minute if you want to talk to your child. That is a new low. Charging these families an exorbitant fee such as this just to talk to their children, when the cost of providing that service is minimal, that's not even a conscionable act. Many of those families have come and they have asked for political asylum. They are asking for what the law provides. And yet we have separated the children from their parents and preventing those parents from simply using the telephone to contact their children. Many of those children just terrified and being held thousands of miles away. It's not only unnecessary, that is just simply cruel. And it also seems to fly in the face of ICE's own policy to permit calls by detainees to immediate family members in case there are family emergencies, and to do so at a reasonable cost. $8 a minute for poor families that don't have a dollar, much less $8. Well, a bunch of us in the Senate have now sent a letter urging the administration to stop this ridiculous practice and allow those parents the ability to talk to their children. The list of obstacles that this administration claims that it is facing in order to reunite the families, it seems to be never ending. But I would suggest that the list of obstacles the administration has created for these families to overcome just to see their children again seems to go on and on. As a country, the United States is better than this. We should be making it easier for these families to reconnect and ultimately bring them back together as the court has ordered. There are many in this chamber that would certainly join with me. We're not going to turn our back on these children. We will continue to fight to ensure that they and everyone else is being treated the way the American people want them to be treated. I urge this administration to do the same, and I urge the administration to pay attention to the letter by a couple of dozen senators that is coming to them today. Mr. President, I yield the floor.